The test consists of 4 sections, each with a different type of conversation or monologue. There are 40 questions in total, with 10 questions per section. The recording will be played only once. Write your answers on the question paper as you listen. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 6. You will hear a conversation between 2 friends, and discussing fitness routines and sports. Listen carefully and answer the following questions based on the conversation.
Hey, Sarah. Have you been keeping up with your fitness routine lately?
Hi, John. Yes, I've been trying to stay active. I joined a local soccer team, and we practiced twice a week. It's a great way to stay fit and have fun at the same time.
That sounds awesome. I've heard that playing team sports can be really beneficial for your mental health too. Is that true?
Absolutely. I feel like being part of a team helps me relieve stress and build confidence. Plus, it's a nice way to meet new people. I've read that regular physical activity can improve mood and reduce anxiety.
That's good to know. I've been thinking about taking up a sport myself. I used to play tennis in college but haven't picked up a racket in years. Do you think I should start with that again?
Why not? Tennis is a great full-body workout. It's good for cardiovascular health and helps in improving coordination and reflexes. Plus, you can play it at your own pace, which is ideal if you're just getting back into it.
You're right. I might give it a go this weekend. But what about injuries? Aren't they more common in sports like tennis?
Well, like with any physical activity, there's always a risk of injury, but with proper warm-ups and stretching, you can minimize that risk. Just make sure you don't push yourself too hard, especially when you're starting out.
That makes sense. I think I'll take it slow and focus on enjoying the game rather than pushing for performance. Thanks for the advice, Sarah.
No problem, John. It's all about having fun and staying healthy. Let me know how it goes.
Question 7 to 10, you will hear a conversation between 2 friends, and discussing their exam preparation strategies. Listen carefully and answer the following questions based on the conversation. You will hear the recording only once.
Hey, Emma, how's your exam preparation going?
Hi, David. It's going pretty well, but I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. There's just so much to cover.
I know the feeling. I went through the same thing last semester. What strategies are you using to prepare?
Well, I've been trying to stick to a study schedule. I've broken down all the topics and assigned specific times to study each one. It helps me stay organized and ensures I cover everything.
That's a good start. I found that creating a detailed study plan was really effective for me too. It helped me focus on one subject at a time, and avoid cramming at the last minute.
Exactly. Cramming doesn't work for me. I've also started doing practice exams under time conditions. It's helping me get used to the pressure of the real thing.
That's a smart move. Practicing under exam conditions can definitely improve your time management. Did you also review past papers? They can give you a good idea of the types of questions that might come up.
Yes, I've been working through some past papers. They're really useful for identifying patterns and recurring topics. I'm also trying to stay healthy by getting enough sleep and eating well. I don't want to burn out before the exams.
That's important. I made the mistake of staying up too late studying and ended up exhausted on exam day. It's great that you're focusing on your well-being too.
Thanks, David. I'm trying to keep a balanced approach. I'm even scheduling short breaks during my study sessions to keep my mind fresh.
That's a good idea. Taking breaks can help you stay focused and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Just make sure you stick to your schedule.
I will. Thanks for the tips, David. I'm feeling a bit more confident now.
Anytime, Emma. Good luck with your exams. You've got this.
Thanks. Good luck to you too.
You have half a minute after the recording ends to check your answers. Use this time to ensure your responses are accurate and that you haven't missed any questions.
Question 11 to 13, you will hear a conversation between two friends and discussing the importance of travel insurance for an upcoming trip. Listen carefully and answer the following questions based on the conversation. You will hear the recording only once.
Hi, Jake. I heard you're planning a trip to Europe soon. Have you thought about getting travel insurance? I think it's essential, especially when traveling abroad. Travel insurance can cover unexpected events like trip cancellations, lost luggage, or medical emergencies. Most of them do, but the extent of coverage can vary. You should look for a plan that offers comprehensive medical coverage. Some plans even include evacuation services in case of serious health issues, which can be crucial if something unexpected happens. It really depends on the policy you choose. Some travel insurance plans are quite flexible and allow you to cancel for almost any reason, offering you a full or partial refund. Others are more restrictive and only cover specific situations like illness, severe weather, or unforeseen work obligations. It's important to read the fine print and understand exactly what's covered under the plan you're considering. Exactly. Travel insurance is like a safety net. It's there to protect you from the unexpected. You never know what might happen when you're far from home, and it's better to have peace of mind knowing that you're covered. Let me know if you need any help choosing a plan or if you have any more questions. Absolutely. It's better to be prepared, especially when traveling. Safe travels, Jake.
Question 14 to 20, you will hear a conversation between two friends, discussing the research in biotechnology, focusing on genetically modified organisms (GMOs) and their impact. Listen carefully and answer the following questions based on the conversation. You will hear the recording only once.
Hi, Mark. I heard you're working on a project related to biotechnology. That sounds really interesting. What exactly are you researching?
Hi, Sophia. Yes, I'm focusing on genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, and their impact on agriculture. Biotechnology is such a vast field, but GMOs are a hot topic because of their potential to revolutionize how we grow food.
GMOs seem to be a controversial subject. Some people say they can solve world hunger, while others are concerned about their safety. What's your take on that?
That's true. The debate around GMOs is intense. On one hand, they can significantly increase crop yields and make plants more resistant to pests and diseases. This could be a game changer for food production, especially in areas facing food shortages. On the other hand, there are concerns about potential health risks and environmental impacts.
I've read that some people are worried about GMOs causing allergies or other health problems. Is there any truth to that?
The scientific consensus is that GMOs currently on the market are safe to eat, but ongoing research is crucial. Allergies and health risks are taken seriously, and each GMO undergoes rigorous testing before being approved. However, the long-term effects are still a topic of study.
What about the environmental concerns? I've heard that GMOs might lead to a loss of biodiversity or create superweeds.
Yes, that's another major concern. The use of herbicide-resistant crops can lead to the overuse of certain herbicides, which in turn can create herbicide-resistant weeds, often referred to as superweeds. Moreover, there's a risk that GMOs might crossbreed with wild plants, potentially disrupting ecosystems and reducing biodiversity.
That sounds quite serious. Are there any solutions to these issues?
There are ongoing efforts to develop GMOs that minimize these risks. For example, scientists are working on crops that require less pesticide use and are less likely to crossbreed with wild species. Additionally, better management practices, like crop rotation and reduced herbicide use, can help mitigate some of the environmental risks.
It seems like biotechnology has the potential to do a lot of good, but it's also clear that careful regulation and ongoing research are essential.
Exactly. Biotechnology, especially in agriculture, has the potential to address some of the world's most pressing challenges, like food security and climate change. But it's crucial that we proceed with caution, ensuring that the benefits outweigh the risks.
What other areas of biotechnology interest you?
I'm also fascinated by medical biotechnology, particularly the development of new vaccines and therapies. The recent advancements in CRISPR technology, which allows for precise gene editing, have opened up new possibilities for treating genetic disorders.
CRISPR is amazing. The idea that we can edit genes to potentially cure diseases is revolutionary, but doesn't it also raise ethical concerns?
Definitely. Gene editing, especially in humans, raises significant ethical questions. Issues like designer babies or unintended consequences are at the forefront of the debate. It's important to have strict guidelines and ethical oversight as this technology develops.
It's such a complex field. I can see why it's both exciting and challenging to work in.
That's what makes it so interesting. Biotechnology is rapidly evolving, and it's exciting to be part of a field that has the potential to change the world, even though it comes with its challenges.
Thanks for sharing all this information, Mark. It's given me a lot to think about.
You're welcome, Sophia. It's a fascinating area of study, and I'm glad I could share it with you.
You have half a minute after the recording ends to check your answers. Use this time to ensure your responses are accurate and that you haven't missed any questions.
Question 21 to 24. You will hear a conversation between two friends, Alice and Tom, discussing the concept of multicultural societies, including their benefits and challenges. Listen carefully and answer the following questions based on the conversation. You will hear the recording only once.
Hi, Tom. I've been reading a lot about multicultural societies lately. It's fascinating how people from different cultures come together and live in harmony.
Hi, Alice, I agree. Multicultural societies have a lot to offer. They bring diverse perspectives, traditions, and cuisines which enrich the social fabric. However, they also come with challenges.
True, but I think the benefits outweigh the challenges. For example, multicultural societies often foster creativity and innovation because people bring different ideas and ways of thinking.
That's a great point. I've read that businesses in multicultural societies tend to perform better because they can draw on a wider range of skills and experiences. It's like having a larger toolkit.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the social benefits. Living in a multicultural society can help people become more open-minded and tolerant. When you interact with people from different backgrounds, you learn to appreciate diversity and understand different perspectives.
Yes, but there are challenges too, like language barriers and cultural misunderstandings. These can sometimes lead to conflicts if not managed properly.
That's true, but many societies have found ways to address these challenges, like promoting language learning and cultural exchange programs. These initiatives can help bridge gaps and foster better understanding among people.
I agree. Education plays a crucial role in this. Schools and universities in multicultural societies often include courses that teach students about different cultures and promote inclusivity.
Absolutely. I think multicultural societies are a reflection of our globalized world. They show that despite our differences, we can live together and learn from each other.
Well said, Alice. It's all about embracing diversity and finding common ground.
Exactly. And in the long run, a multicultural society is more likely to be resilient and adaptable to change because of its diverse population.
Question 25 to 30. You will hear a conversation between two people, Emma and Robert, discussing the topic of global markets and trade, including its benefits and challenges. Listen carefully and answer the following questions based on the conversation. You will hear the recording only once.
Hi, Robert. I've been researching global markets and trade recently, and it's amazing how interconnected the world economy has become.
Hi, Emma. It's really interesting. Global trade has expanded so much in recent years, largely due to advancements in technology and transportation. Countries are now more dependent on each other than ever before.
Absolutely. One of the biggest advantages of global trade is that it provides access to a much broader range of goods and services. We can enjoy products from all over the world that wouldn't be available otherwise.
That's a good point. It also allows countries to focus on what they do best, which is the idea behind comparative advantage. This specialization leads to more efficient production and can stimulate economic growth.
Exactly. But global markets also come with their own set of challenges. One significant concern is the risk of economic dependency. When a country relies heavily on another for certain goods, it becomes vulnerable to disruptions in the supply chain.
Yes, the recent pandemic really highlighted that issue. When global supply chains were interrupted, many countries faced shortages of essential goods, which exposed the risks linked to globalization.
Definitely. Another challenge is the impact on local industries. Local businesses often struggle to compete with cheaper imports, which can result in job losses and economic decline in some sectors.
That's true, although some argue that globalization can also create jobs, particularly in developing countries where foreign investments often lead to new opportunities. The challenge lies in finding the right balance.
I agree. Free trade agreements are one way to manage this balance. These agreements establish rules for international trade, aiming to promote global economic growth while protecting local industries.
But trade agreements can also be controversial. Some people believe that they favor large multinational corporations over smaller, local businesses, making it harder for the latter to thrive.
That's a valid point. However, trade agreements can also help small and medium-sized businesses by opening up new markets. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions.
Exactly. Global trade clearly has its pros and cons. While it can drive economic growth and innovation, it also requires careful management to ensure that its benefits are distributed fairly and that vulnerable sectors are protected.
Well said, Robert. As the world becomes more interconnected, it's important to understand the dynamics of global trade and work towards making the global economy more equitable for everyone.
Absolutely, Emma. Global markets and trade are integral to the modern world, so we need to continuously adapt and find ways to make the system work for all countries involved.
You have half a minute after the recording ends to check your answers. Use this time to ensure your responses are accurate and that you haven't missed any questions.
Question 31 to 36, you will hear a conversation between two friends, Emily and David, discussing David's recent promotion and advice on career advancement. Listen carefully and answer the following questions based on the conversation. You will hear the recording only once.
Hi, David. I heard you got a promotion. Congratulations. How did you manage to advance so quickly?
Thanks, Emily. Yes, I've just been promoted to senior project manager. It's been challenging, but I'm thrilled. The key was setting clear goals and consistently working toward them.
That's great advice. Did you do anything specific to stand out?
Definitely. I focused on building a strong skill set by attending workshops and earning relevant certifications. I also took the initiative to lead projects outside my usual scope, which showcased my abilities to senior management.
That's impressive. I've been thinking about my career advancement too, but I'm not sure where to start. What would you recommend?
First, identify what you're passionate about and where you see yourself in a few years. Once you have a vision, start aligning your current work with those goals. This might involve taking on extra responsibilities, learning new skills, or seeking mentorship.
Seeking mentorship sounds interesting. How did you find a mentor?
I found a senior colleague with experience in areas I wanted to grow in. We regularly discussed my progress, and he provided valuable feedback and advice.
That's great. Did networking help in your advancement?
Absolutely. Networking is crucial. It's about building genuine relationships inside and outside your organization. These connections can offer support, advice, and even open doors to new opportunities.
Thanks, David. I'm feeling more confident about my next steps. I'll start by setting clear goals and maybe finding a mentor like you did.
You're on the right track, Emily. Just stay focused, keep learning, and the results will follow.
Question 37 to 40. You will hear a conversation between two friends, Mia and Lucas, discussing stress management techniques. Listen carefully and answer the following questions based on the conversation. You will hear the recording only once.
Hey, Lucas. You seem a lot calmer lately. What's your secret for managing stress?
Hi, Emma. I've been trying out a few stress management techniques and they've made a big difference. Life's still hectic, but I'm dealing with it better.
That's great. I've been really stressed with work and could use some advice. What's been helping you?
The first thing I started doing is mindfulness meditation. It's been a game changer. Just 10 to 15 minutes in the morning really helps me start the day with a clear mind.
I've heard of mindfulness, but never tried it. How do you fit it into your day?
I meditate right after waking up. It sets a calm tone for the day. If things get stressful later, I do a quick session during lunch.
That sounds like a good habit. What else do you do to manage stress?
Exercise is another big one. I try to run or go to the gym in the evenings. It helps me release tension and clear my mind after work.
I know exercise is important, but I struggle to stay consistent. How do you stay motivated?
I started with small, realistic goals and chose activities I enjoy. For me, running is great, but it could be anything you like: yoga, swimming, or walking.
Thanks, Lucas. I'll definitely try some of these tips.
Thanks, Lucas. I'll definitely try some of these tips.